I'm a 38-year-old construction company owner. However, it is a small construction company with just me as president, my wife as accountant, and a few other employees. One day, I was out for the morning to discuss a job with the primary contractor, a construction company, while my wife, Jane, was left alone in the office. The plan was to stay until the evening, but the client had some unavoidable business that afternoon, so we decided to break up the meeting after lunch. "I'm home. I'm sorry I left you here all alone."
Welcome back. You're back early.
"Well, it happens sometimes. By the way, what happened? Your face is bright red. Do you by any chance have a fever?"
It's not like that. I'm perfectly healthy.
"Oh, I see. Let me know if you're feeling unwell. If you collapse, we can't get any work done."
Yes, of course. I understand. Thank you for worrying about me.
When I returned to the office, Jane was leaning against her desk, breathing heavily with rosy cheeks. Her appearance was sexy and alluring, so despite the circumstances, I felt energized. At home, the two noisy little kids made it hard to have sex, and in a way, this was my first chance to have sex with Jane in a long time. I was in high spirits. "Jane, you're looking even sexier than usual today."
Hey, where are you touching? No, this is a workplace.
You're saying no with your mouth, but you seem ready elsewhere. When I put my hands under her skirt, Jane's Amazon River was already overflowing. What's going on? I was just joking, but her body was clearly seeking mine. Although there was no one else in the office besides us, there was a slight feeling of naughtiness. If you can't meet the expectations of your beloved wife here, then you've lost your manhood. This is the first time I've ever done it in an office, which kind of makes me a little nervous.
Wait, seriously, don't do that. I said stop.
I've got 3 hours before the other employees who are out in the field return. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a lot of loving care.
No, stop.
Overcome with excitement, I impulsively reached out to explore the lush, hidden mangroves of a woman. Is the Amazon in the rainy season now? You're soaking wet, as if you've already been through the first round. Ouch. Something rough touched my fingertips at that moment. It's just a tissue, but it was a little wrinkled. I grabbed the end of what I assumed to be a tissue and pulled it out of the thin clothes Jane was wearing. As expected, it was a tissue. "Why do you have all this stuff in your pants?"
The stock of sanitary products just ran out for the moment.
Your period just ended recently, didn't it? It's already back so soon? What's this dirty thing? Sniff.
Hey, why are you sniffing me? Stop it. Stop it.
What? This smell. It was clearly the smell of semen from a man. Moreover, it was really fresh, as if it had just been delivered. This means that Jane was having sex with a guy here, just here, right before I entered the office. However, when I looked around the office, there was no sign of anyone. There's only one entrance. What's going on? "Jane, where did the guy who deposited his semen inside you go?"
What? What are you talking about? There's no such man, right?
"What is this squid-smelling fluid wrapped in this tissue? This must be the evidence of your infidelity with another man just now."
I don't know what you think you're doing wrong, but you're wrong, because it came from me.
That's even more impossible. I pushed aside Jane's attempts to restrain me and searched around the small office. The first step is to open the door to the locker room where the employees used to change their clothes. However, there was no sign of anyone there. Continuing, I opened the bathroom door. Once again, I guessed wrong. Even after searching through the cleaning supplies and drawers of the archives, I couldn't see anyone who looked like the person I was looking for. Maybe I was mistaken after all. When I started to think so, out of nowhere came a man's muffled groan that sounded like crying, but I didn't miss it. "There you are. You can't escape anymore."
Wait, don't go there.
The man's voice was coming from under Jane's desk. The phrase, "just under my nose," truly applies here. When I quickly looked under the desk, I saw Jack, one of our employees. Jack was holding the box of tissues that he must have used to wipe Jane's crotch and was shaking, pale-faced. By the way, Jack was 20 years old at the time, and there was exactly twice the difference in age between him and 40-year-old Jane. "Hey, Jack, what's going on at the job site?" "I just got back from lunch a minute ago." "A minute ago? Lunch is supposed to end at 1 p.m. It's already 2 o'clock. What the hell are you loafing around for, you bum?" "I'm sorry." "Sorry doesn't cut it. You took advantage of lunch to enjoy someone else's wife, didn't you? Get outside. I'm gonna beat you up." "I was just a little bit of an idiot. It was just a passing fancy." I dragged Jack, who was struggling and flailing, out from under the desk and took him outside to the parking lot. I'm not the kind of man who can just laugh it off if someone else sleeps with my beloved wife, who I just recently married. I pinned Jack down on the ground with all my might as he tried to escape. I raised my fist, filled with anger, to strike Jack with a powerful punch. At that moment, there was a dull sound and a flash of white sparks in front of me. Jack was jolted by the unexpected impact, and I stumbled back, only to see Jane standing there with a stunned expression, shaking. In her hand was a large glass ashtray, passed down from my father, that was always kept in the office. Before I could realize that Jane had hit me with the ashtray, my body fell to the ground like a broken marionette.
It's your fault. You're the one who interfered with my love affair with Jack.
Oh my god, what are you doing? You don't have to kill anyone.
I had to do it, for me to be with you. You said you wanted to be with me. You said you'd take responsibility if I got pregnant. That's a proposal to marry me, right?
Yes, apparently Jane and Jack thought I was dead, but I'm still alive and well thanks to my prize stony head. But if I stood up now, I might be killed this time. I have to pretend to be dead until I regain some strength. Anyway, Jane is also a stupid woman. It is clear that Jack's talk about taking responsibility was just a convenient lie so he wouldn't have to use birth control. She's so gullible. It's like she's living in a fairy tale. But it's lucky for me that Jane and Jack were so focused on their pointless conversation. My body, which was pretending to be dead, was slowly regaining strength. Jack was taken aback by the unexpected event, but as long as I managed to subdue Jane, who held a formidable ashtray in her grip, I believed I would be okay. And the next moment, I seized the opportunity and pounced on Jane, successfully restraining her.
Oh my god, you were alive?
Of course, you fool. Don't underestimate Stonehead. Oh crap, boss, but the blood is getting everywhere. Quiet, you young fool. If you have time to worry about my injury, you should be more concerned about your own future.
Jack, run! If we stay here, you'll be caught by the police too.
What? Why me? Jane's mind seems to have gone completely silly, and for some reason, even Jack, who just had an affair with Jane on a whim, is about to be made an accomplice in the attempted murder of a certain construction company president. For Jack, this is a completely unreasonable burden, but if by chance Jack joins Jane's side, I'm doomed. In this handicapped state, I can barely keep Jane under control. If Jack were to attack me here, I might die this time.
Jack, be brave. As long as this guy is gone, we can be together.
No, stop it. Don't tease Jack. Jack doesn't want to be with you.
Don't listen to him, Jack. Now is the time to be brave.
If I just kill the president now, everything will be alright.
I'll hide his body where no one can find him, so you can rest assured in killing him.
No. Don't, you idiot. Don't listen to this woman.
That's right. If you marry me, you will be the next CEO of the company, Jack. You want to be CEO, don't you?
CEO? Me? Don't think of stupid things. If you do it, you'll only get caught by the police. Hurry up. Hey, excuse me, former CEO. Actually, I really love Jane. Liar. Jack picked up the huge glass ashtray that had fallen to the ground and approached me with a mischievous smile. If this goes on, I really will be killed. Well, if that's the case, I'll die together. I will use Jane as a shield and lead the way to my afterlife. That was when I made up my mind.
What are you doing, Jack?
The loud voice of a middle-aged employee who has worked at our construction company for a long time rang out. Apparently, he had come looking for Jack, who would not return to the worksite anytime soon. Whatever it was, it helped. This way, no one's life will be sacrificed. I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't show Jane the same pain I went through, but the day anyone dies is the day the construction company I inherited from my father will be finished. I told my friends who rushed to the scene, and they tied Jack up, and I was able to escape. After that, Jane was arrested for causing injury and attempted murder. At the subsequent trial, Jane was found guilty, but the sentence was less than 3 years imprisonment with a suspended sentence. However, it was not all good for Jane, as she was required to pay $80,000 in compensation in a civil lawsuit, and she was responsible for paying that. As a result, she took out a loan equivalent to the compensation and lost the custody of her 2 sons, 8 and 5 years old. Naturally, I demanded another $30,000 or so in alimony from Jack and fired him. This industry is surprisingly small. Jack is still jobless even after several months and is causing great trouble to his parents who lived with him. I was able to save their lives and punish the idiot wife and the idiot man. But even the idiot wife was a necessary person for the accounting department. For a while, I had to deal with a lot of problems in my business. However, a new clerk was finally found recently, and the company is now in good shape. The new office worker is 18 years younger and prettier than Jane, and now I and the other employees are delighted that Jane stopped. I hope that internal romance between employees is avoided as much as possible, especially sex in the office is definitely prohibited. Who else would do such a thing but me? Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you again. Please subscribe to our channel.